lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me / trying out new makeup products or new to me makeup products. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. But before we get on into this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Give that button a big thumbs up because that really does help out my channel here. But let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. So I already have basically my base on. I have foundation, concealer, eyebrows, and bronzer on because I didn't have any new of those products. But I'm going to go ahead and start with blush off first. And what I'm going to be trying out here is this Jaclyn Hill Rogue Affair Matte Blush Palette here. I picked this up when it first came out. I bought this one and the other palette. I don't remember what it's called, but I have both of her palettes. I bought them. I was planning on doing a review on them, and I just never got around to it, and I was like, it's too late. So I thought I'd just use it in today's video. So I haven't tried it. So there's about, I would say about 3 shades I could use, and probably 3 that might be a little too dark for me. This one looks pretty dark. That one looks really, really dark. And this one may be a smidge, but I don't know. I might just mix them. I really don't know. Anyways, I'm going to start with this first. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn my fan on because it's really hot in here. So if you hear any swooshy noise, it's probably my fan. Alright, so this palette is called Rogue Romance. I didn't really show you guys the front, but it's a really pretty palette. I like blushes, so yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to go in. I'm going to go into these 2 shades over here. These 2 lighter ones, these look right up my alley. I'm going to mix them. So, how is everyone doing? July has come and almost gone. This is the last week of July. I hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July. I know I did. Got to spend some time with family and friends. And overall, a very good time. Yeah, let's see. What do I have to talk about? Oh, I do have one little story about my husband that I figured I'd share with you guys. So, I've not really talked much about my husband. Not that I don't like talking about him or anything. It's just my channel's about makeup and stuff, so I don't really talk about him because he's not really involved in that part of my life as much. Anyways, so there's no point in talking about him. So, when was it? It was about a week ago. My husband was here working on a friend's car with him, and my husband's one of those guys that, by the way, the blush is super, super pretty, blended out, very pigmented, did not take much at all. Yeah, I like those 2 shades. I'm excited to have this and play around with this. Alright, so going on, I know I took like a break from my story, I'll tell you in a minute, but I want to do something while I'm telling the story. So I'm going to go in with this Becca highlighter. I know Becca's going out of business, but I did pick this up from TJ Maxx. This is the Champagne Pop highlighter. I've never tried it. I'm glad to have gotten my hands on it, so I'm just going to try this out. But look at, that's so pretty. I love the sparkly packaging. I think this is like a limited edition packaging because I saw it at TJ Maxx and I think it said like limited edition or whatever. Anyways, going in with this. Anyways, my husband is one of those guys that, how do I describe him? He's not, I wouldn't say he's not safe, but he does things that just kind of makes me worry and be like, wow, that's unsafe. Kind of thing, like when he's working, like not when he's working with other people, when it's just him. He does things that I wouldn't do, like he doesn't really believe in those safety goggles kind of things. He's just like, whatever, you know, those are dumb. Well, he was working on something, a car or something. He had to grind down something metal, and he went to our grinder that's in the shop, and he was grinding down what he always does. And I've always told him, I'm like, please wear goggles, you know, wear goggles. And he's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm kind of one of those kind of one of those things where you tell him and he doesn't really listen, so it's kind of, he has to learn the hard way, unfortunately, which he's getting better about that, but sometimes, you know, he's kind of a stickler for the way he does things. Anyways, so he was grinding down this little thing, and of course sparks flew up, and anyways, it was, when he was grinding it, he hit it a certain way, and the sparks went into his face. Yes. They went into his face, and he thought he had just scratched his eye. And his eyes were really bugging him after that, and I was like, well, love, I did try to warn you. You need to wear safety goggles and things to kind of prevent stuff like this from happening. And he, of course, agreed and everything. But anyways, so he just thought he had scratched his eyes because we couldn't really, he said he just felt like it got scratched. So I was like, okay, well, take it easy, you know. His eyes started getting sensitive and stuff. Well, he asked me to look at him because the first day it was pretty rough. By the way, my husband's fine. End of story. Spoiler. He's fine, but it was just a thing. Anyway, so I'm going to take a break again. And I'm going to, by the way, highlighter is super, super pretty. Gorgeous. It's really good. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it. I mean, this is just gorgeous. And like I said, Becca is going out of business, so you will not be able to pick this up anymore once they're completely gone. Alright, so next up I'm going to go into the palette. Palette I'm trying out today is a Chatty London I Am a Woman, What's Your Superpower palette. I feel like that's a really long name, but anyways. I'm just going to call it Woman Power. Anyway, so I'm just going to be coming up with a look using this gorgeous neutral palette. Really, really pretty. So I'm just going to create the look, and then I'll tell you afterwards what shades I use. That way I can talk and not have to be like, oh, I'm using this right now. Alright, so anyways. So he's complaining about, you know, his eyes are just sensitive. It kind of hurts. He feels like it's just scratched and everything. Well, a couple of days pass, and he's just like, I don't know. He says, I already looked at it, tried to see if there's anything in my eye. So I was like, well, let me look at it. And sure enough, I was looking at his eye, and there's just like this little bitty tiny, like pepper of a size, little spot on his eye that when he was blinking, it wasn't moving. So I was like, I think you have a piece of metal in your eye, because it's not moving when you're blinking. And he's like, okay. So we went and made an appointment, and luckily they were able to get him in the very next morning. So he had to. It was a rough night for him because his eye was really starting to bug him. Like he felt it every time he blinked, and it was getting irritated, and I felt really bad for him because he couldn't sleep. That night he slept for maybe a couple hours, and then he just got up because he just said he couldn't sleep anymore. So I felt really bad for him. But anyways, we went to the doctor, and yes, he did in fact have a little piece in his eye, but he actually had two pieces. One in this eye, the one that I saw, and then the other one was in his other eye that I didn't even see. I didn't even inspect that eye because he just said he didn't feel anything at all in that eye. It was just this one, or whichever. Anyway, so luckily they took it out. We got him some special drops to make sure nothing gets infected. They even put a lens after they pulled the bigger piece out. I mean, it wasn't big. I'm telling you, it was like a speck, but the bigger piece compared to the other eye, they pulled it out. They had to clean it up around it just to make sure there was no like rust or anything in his eye. And they even put like this little like lens, like a contact lens kind of thing in his eye, because they said that since they had to clean it out a little bit, every time he blinked he was going to feel it. So they put that in there just to give it more comfort. And anyway, so after that he felt much better. He could sleep again, and it was just kind of one of those things that I think he learned his lessons, because the next grocery shopping that I did, I went and bought 2 pairs of those safety goggles because I wanted to make sure he had some on hand, because I don't think he had any around, and I was like, you really need to wear those. And he's learned his lesson. I don't think he'll be doing that again, but just kind of thankful that it was nothing worse, and that it got taken care of. He's all healed up now. His eyes are still a little sensitive every now and then, but it's just from them healing. But yeah, there's my little story there, guys. Wear your safety goggles when you do any kind of grinding of any sorts with metal, or just if you have to do. I personally believe you should wear them anytime you have to do anything with power tools, like if shrapnel might go flying, you probably should wear it. Some goggles. Or not goggles, glasses, whatever you want to call them. So far, this is pretty pigmented and it's blending out really well. Anyways, here's my little story for the day. Other than that, it's been pretty chill month since the last time I did a Chatty Get Ready With Me. Alright, so I went into this shade, and now I think I'm going to go into this shade. So, who all has Disney Plus and who all has been watching the Loki show? Because me and my husband have been watching that show, which I think I haven't watched the latest episode. I need to, but we've been enjoying that series. I did go ahead on my own time, like I asked my husband if he wanted to watch it and he wasn't interested, but I did watch the WandaVision, and to be completely honest, like everyone raves about it, but for me personally, I didn't like it that much. Like it's not, like I like Wanda, I like the Scarlet Witch, but I just didn't like the way that show was filmed. Like, I get it, they were trying to make it kind of like old school, like a, what's it called? Sitcoms, I guess is what it's called, or whatever like shows like I Dream of Jeannie or Bewitched, they're trying to film it like that, which I can appreciate that, but I don't know, it just made it, I just didn't like it. I didn't like that way that they filmed it. I kind of just wanted it more to be about, I don't know, I don't know. I can't really explain why I didn't like it. It just wasn't my favorite show. Like, I watched it just to watch it, just, to know the story. But it was a little slow and it was a little boring. I don't know. Am I alone on this? Did you guys like it? Have you watched the show? Did you guys, because like I said, people are raving about it. It was interesting. It just felt like it was really slow and the stories kind of dragged on, and I just wanted to get to the story. Anyways, that shade blended out really well. Now I'm going to deepen up the corner with this dark brown here. Anyways, I've been really enjoying Loki. I like that one a lot better. I wish they would have done WandaVision like they did this one, like where there's an actual story. Not like we have to wait and figure out what the story is, because flashbacks and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, really been enjoying it. I'm a big fan of Loki. I think Tom Hiddleston's pretty good. I think that's his name. I get him and Spider-Man's name confused because they're both Tom. Anyways, I like the new characters that they have in that show, and yeah, it's just overall pretty good. I definitely recommend that one. I want to watch the new Cruella de Vil movie that they came out with and the Black Widow movie. I could technically watch them now, but I don't want to pay $30 just for, it's each movie, because if you want to watch the premium or whatever on Disney Plus, you have to pay that much, and I would just rather wait till it comes out on Disney Plus for free. Well, it's not free because you're paying a subscription, but you know what I mean. You're not paying the extra fee. I'll be patient and I'll wait. But if you've seen either of those movies, how is it? Was it good? Alright, I'm going to go into this shade here. So far, this palette is really good. I like it. No complaints. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, yes. Love it. Stunning. But yeah, other than that, just been really just chilling. I don't really have much else to report. We did, for renovations on our house, we did just complete our guest bathroom. My husband finished that out. It's all done. Again, I didn't film it because people didn't really seem interested when I filmed the remodel of my bedroom, which is fine. If nobody wants to see that, that's fine. But I just didn't feel like filming the bathroom. But it is all done, so that's nice. It looks a lot better than before. Alright, now I'm just going to do my bottom lash line, but I'm just going to use the mats that I used already. Smudging those mats on the bottom. Nothing too fancy. But yeah, so that's done. I did just post a get to know me video that will be the previous video that I just posted. That video was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did that one. And I hope you guys learned a little bit about me. I don't know, I always feel awkward doing videos like that sometimes too, because I'm like, well, people really want to watch this? Like, I don't know. But then again, I would want to watch that from people that I watch on YouTube, so. But that was fun. It was kind of hard for me to come up with questions. Not super hard, but just like, what do I say? But I think it turned out good. Man, I don't know what's up with my cuticles, but they have been like super dry lately. I have some cuticle oil, but I need to start putting that on there more often because, I don't know, does anybody else have trouble with their cuticles? Because mine just gets super dry. I don't know why. I drink lots of water. I mean, I drink water. I don't know how much is enough to stay hydrated, but I drink water. Anyways, I'm just going to do eyeliner now. But yeah, maybe I just need to make it more of a routine to put just like cuticle oils on or something because they just get so dry. Alright, so next up I'm going to try out this Maybelline Sky High mascara. I've heard so much about this from like TikTok. Everyone's been raving about it. So, and even, you know, because it got popular on TikTok, everyone was buying it out. I had a hard time getting my hands on this mascara because it was always sold out, but I finally did at Ulta. They finally had it in stock, so I picked it up. So I'm going to see what the hype is about and whether or not it's really worth the hype or if it's just hype and that's it. But one thing I think I want to start doing on my channel is start doing kind of like shout outs to like fellow YouTubers on YouTube. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. So if you are a fellow YouTuber, small creator, comment down below if you would like to be included in those shout outs. I think I'm going to do them maybe once a week or something, maybe like on Thursdays. I'll do like a shout out to whoever. But anyway, so I'm going to try this out. This is, pretty sure it's just a black mascara. I'm not sure about that wand, just from the looks of it. It's kind of one of those plasticky, silicone-looking wands that usually are not my favorite, but you know what? Here goes nothing. Well, it's definitely doing something for my lashes. I'm going to let that side dry and then I'll put a second coat on. But yeah, I can definitely see a difference between this side and this side for sure. Dang, yeah, this is definitely doing something for my lashes. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like boom, but I mean, they're definitely more volumized than when I started. And what's impressive is this is Maybelline, so you know what, it's like $7, $8, and this is doing more than some mascaras I've gotten from like BoxyCharm or whatever that are supposed to be like $20 or like $20 mascara. So yeah, I can see what the hype is. This mascara is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I understand it. So yeah, it's not just hyped up. I mean, I definitely don't think it doesn't make me look like I'm wearing false eyelashes, but it's definitely giving me volume. So this is a good one. Alright, and then last up is I'm going to try is from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. This is one of her, what is it called? Lip cushion lip products. This came out with the Rogue Romance blush palettes. They had the blush palettes and then they had these as well, and I picked up one shade, and this is in the shade Last First Kiss. So I'm just gonna try this out. I wanted to get more of these shades, but which I may eventually. It's a very pretty pink shade. Wow, this is like super comfortable. Like, it's so light on the lips, but the pigmentation is definitely there. Yeah, I really like this shade. I'm glad I picked this one up. I want to get more of these. I'm assuming it's going to dry down completely. But even if it doesn't, this is still really comfortable. It's like I almost have nothing on my lips. Alright, and then here is the completed look. I'm pretty happy with everything I tried today, honestly, guys. So, I tried the Rogue Romance blush palette. I really do like the two shades that I tried. I tried these two out here. Super, super pretty, super pigmented. Did not take much at all to get this payoff. So yeah, I really like that. Happy with that. And then the highlighter from Becca, Champagne Pop. I think it's really pretty. I think it's a gorgeous shade. Not too yellowy. Doesn't leave like a yellowy streak on my face. I think it's just the right amount of gold. Super, super pretty. Again, they are going out of business, so if you haven't picked this up, I would think that it's worth picking up at least one of them, because once it's gone, it's gone. The palette's really pretty. I really like the look that I came up with. But to some people, they may be like, this is just a super basic neutral palette, and it is a super basic neutral palette, but that is what I like, so I'm pretty happy with it. The mattes worked out really well. The shimmer is super, super pigmented and looks really pretty on the eye. And there's definitely a lot of shades in here that I'm looking at that I want to try out. This one right here looks super. That's really pretty looking there. I'm going to just swatch some. Ooh, that one feels nice and velvety. Those all look really pigmented and very pretty. So I'm excited to play more with this in the future. Then I tried out the mascara, the Sky High mascara, which I do think it's actually worth to pick up. I mean, I think it volumized my eyelashes quite a bit. Not like the picture. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of accurate. The picture on the packaging, I'd say that's kind of accurate, honestly. So I can understand the hype. I mean, honestly, though, it is a drugstore brand, so $7 and it does this much. I think that's worth the money. And then I really, really like this lip product that I tried out today, the lip cushion in the shade Last First Kiss. I think this pink shade is really, really pretty. And I don't think it's drying down completely, but it doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't really feel heavy on my lips. I mean, it's probably going to transfer. Yeah, it does transfer, but that's just lipstick for you. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really, really helps out my channel here. And also, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the products that I tried out today. Do you have any of these products? Have you tried them out? Let me know down below because I really love chatting with you guys down there. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!